Yes. Welcome to this broadcast of the SWBL Football League. We are live from the Blur in St. Louis. I'm Sam Rudnick. I'm here with my color commentators, Luke Bakula, Eli Erickson. Guys, it's good to have you here.
Hey, we got a good one today, Sam. We got Yankees, Twins. All of them are high school friends. They've known each other for 20 plus years, and here they are battling.
These guys,
You're 30.
These guys hate each other so much they love each other. Before the game, they were doing a tequila. What would you call it, Eli?
The tequila gauntlet, I believe.
It was impressive.
Got Skibby up the bat.
Eli, I want to start with you. Big game here, rematch of the World Series from last year. Twins and Yankees. Of course, the Twins took home the crown. What are your keys to the game today?
It's Gus Skibby here on the mound. If he's on, the Twins are going to have a tough game. They're going to have to overcome Sam Bakula's poor hitting performance this year.
And there's Gus with a bomb to center field to start us off. 1-0 Yankees.
Stop smiling!
One would say wind got to that one.
We got Spencer Bogad on the mound for the Twins here. He is rocking a Phillies jersey, playing for the Twins, and he has 10% of the buttons done. And there's Scott Poley with a bomb to left field, and it's back-to-back shots for the Yankees. 2-0 early. Luke, keys to the game here.
Key to the game is hitting, you know. Obviously, the Yankees have a really good lineup. Spencer Bogad, not the best pitcher in the league. Easy to hit. And the Yankees have Gus on the mound. So the keys of the game are going to be hitting for the Twins. Who can score the most runs, that's who's going to win the game.
So you may say that whoever scores the most runs will win the game?
I would say that.
That's an interesting take, and an impressive take from
new statistics show.
Sam Bakula at the plate here. I've got his brother Luke to my right. It's been a long debate who the better Bakula is in the league. I think each of them could probably be taken out by their third brother Charlie, but he refuses to play.
I heard he's concerned about his dental
Sam
health.
pops it up to right
pop-up
field. Corey McCarthy's under it and makes the catch. Speaking of Corey McCarthy, he's got a few brothers himself, neither of which has ever played in the league, but we're good friends with the two of them. I think, we get a couple of them out here, we could see some real McCarthy talent.
I'd like to see some more McCarthys here, Sam.
I would too.
On top of being really good athletes, they're really, really good guys, and I think they'd fit in them with the league.
We got Kevin Poley at the plate here. It's 2-0 Yankees. Top of the first, one out.
Spencer Bogad rocking the sun hat with a feather.
Is that the Huckleberry Finn look, or what are we going for here?
I don't really know.
You got to appreciate the John Kruk jersey, though.
John Kruk jersey with one button bottom at the very bottom.
Chuckleberry.
He's falling behind Kevin Poley here. Yankees and Twins, perennial contenders for the crown in this league. Probably going to be in the hunt again this year. Anything, Eli, you're looking for these teams to sort of sort out before the playoffs come tomorrow?
Twins got to lock in on the mound. They're gonna hit bombs. They're gonna get on base. They just have allowed a lot of runs this year. Pretty atypical for the Twins.
It's a one-out walk to Kevin Poley. We bring Gus Skibby back to the plate. He homered his first time up here in the top of the first. It was a moonshot to center field. He's on my fantasy team. I will put him on my fantasy team every year that I put a fantasy lineup in. He's just consistent.
It seems like everyone but Gus Skibby is going up to the plate praying for a walk.
Yeah, I would especially say Sam Bakula.
The confidence of the Yankees is less this year than typical. And that starts with Sam Bakula. And I told him many times this weekend to let the ball travel, let it get deep, and try to see some more pitches. And it doesn't seem like he's taking anything that I say and
it's interesting
using it towards the field.
It's interesting you bring that up, Luke. I was talking to there's a ground ball base hit to left field for Gus, and I'll bring Scott back to the plate with 2 on and 1 out. It's interesting. Last night I was talking to Brad Bakula, and he was describing the struggle that Sam was experiencing at the plate to the point at which he offered to throw Sam some batting practice in the backyard on Friday night, like the good old days, under the lights. While he just shoot him out.
They say don't let your work come home with you, and that's certainly not the case with Sam Bakula. letting it affect how well he's sleeping and how he's treating his loved ones at home.
I would take that to heart, Luke, because I would listen to MVP front runner any day of the week when it comes to wiffle ball stats.
And Eli's referring to Luke Bacula as having a heck of a season for the Marlins. 3-2.
Now let me ask you guys this: do you think Luke is solidifying the argument of which Bacula is better?
Oh, that wasn't an argument.
There's a
going
ground
into
ball
the season.
base hit into center field for Scott Pulley. Kevin rounds third. He is coming in safe at home. It's 3-0 Yankees. Off to a good start here. They got 2 on board, 1 out, and well, this is trouble now for the Yankees because Sam Bacula returns to the plate.
Sam Bacula,
I'm just
but he
kidding.
was in front of us the whole time we were talking about him, so I think he has a little bit of more
Self-esteem
confidence.
issues. Yeah.
towards this at bat. This bat means a little bit more.
This is a big at bat for Sam. Big spot here early in the game. 3-0 Yanks. 2 on, 1 out.
Seeing the ball well.
Going over the Twins defensively, we've got Chris Metter in left field. He's a multi-time winner of the Platinum Hands Award. You got Corey McCarthy in right. He's been there for a few years. Against Spencer Bogat on the bump. The next to Sam is a swinging bunt foul ball. And now he's got 2 strikes on him. Got to defend here.
Luke, you know Sam swing better than anyone. What do you think his biggest struggle has been this year?
I think he's trying to hit the ball too hard.
Stays
He's
alive.
swinging way out in front of it. He's not letting the ball travel. I like to tell guys, try to hit that ball over first base. And Sam's been trying to hit it over third base, and it's not been working out for him too well.
To me, he looks a little jumpy in the box. Is that something you've noticed with him?
Yeah, it seems like he's got a little bit more energy. Just kind of waiting for things to click. We've seen what this guy can do, and he could really put up some numbers. But Yankees having a good season so far. Without him figuring it out, I think they're going to be dangerous come playoffs.
Well, with Sam struggling a little bit at the plate, I'm guessing at this point in the at-bat, he's probably hunting a walk.
He's
a good team player, I will say that.
shown a good eye here on this at-bat. He's worked the count deep. And he would love to bring his teammate Kevin Pulley back to the plate with the bases loaded. And a chance to really open things up here in the first. Sunday afternoon, we're about 2/3 of the way through the regular season here. Both of these teams are most certainly in the playoff picture. Next, another ball, and Sam
Really
takes a
good
walk.
take.
Great at bat. Battles. Yankees have the bases loaded. 1 out for Kevin Pulley. Defense shifts accordingly. Chris Metter, you can see him finding his spot in left field here.
Good walk from Sam there. And I like to say there's really no bias in this league at all, but I would love to see the Twins get beat by more than 20 runs this game.
Count is 2-0, and of course we have the first pitch strike rule. If the first strike is a looking strike, it's a strikeout, so Kevin's got to be alert of that. It's 3-0 on him. The wind is a factor today. You can see the trees are really moving in the background there.
I was just going to say that, Sam. How do you think the wind has affected the gameplay so far this season?
To me, being here now for almost 2 full days, it seems like the offensive numbers are up this year. I think the wind's been blowing out both days. A lot of guys have seen these pitchers before, so there's nothing new. There's a jam shot back to the pitcher and caught by Spencer Bogat, and the Twins get out of a big jam here in the first inning, hold the Yankees at 3 runs. We'll go to the bottom of the first, 3-0 Yankees.
Got ourselves a STL Cycle Saloon ball pickup here between innings.
If you haven't checked out STL Cycle Saloon, they're a bar bike company based out of Soulard down in downtown St. Louis. Really well-run company. Very affordable, awesome experience, 2-hour rides. I've been on one myself, and man, I had a great time, Luke.
Yeah, I have another brother in town this week who's showing some people around, and I told him, take him out to STL Cycle Saloon.
Yeah,
You know,
can't
you want
go
to give
wrong.
somebody the St. Louis experience, you go to STL Cycle Saloon. It is a blast. Bachelor parties, or just having a bachelorette parties,
Yeah.
or just having an absolute blast with your friends.
Oh, I've been on a
Some would
bachelorette
say
party or two. And man,
Blastorette party.
great play on
Absolutely
words.
incredible experience. STL Cycle Saloon ball pickup.
We're back here, bottom of the first. Gus Skibby on the bump for the Yankees. We're being crowded by the Twins standing in front of us.
Chris Metter up to bat. You know, this is a guy who reminds me a lot of Yadier Molina in that he is an automatic Hall of Famer. Would you
Yeah.
say?
I
Just a
believe so.
no-doubter first ballot Hall of Famer, and that is only if he ever retires before he dies.
Great point. Yeah, Chris Metter is just all-time great average hitter in this league. Very crafty player. We talked about him defensively, and I mean, he's a joy to watch at the plate. He's not going to wow you with power, but he's going to get on. He's going to come up with timely hits. He's the heart and soul of this Twins lineup.
One would think Chris Metter is swinging with a tennis racket. He can almost put the ball wherever he wants it.
That's a shot to deep center. Gone. Leadoff home run for Metter. Speaking of no power, proves me wrong. Leadoff shot, and it's 3-1. Yankees still leading. Next up will be our pitcher for the Twins, Spencer Bogad.
Twins coming off a big win last game. They were up 14 runs in the last inning. Gave up 12 in the last inning, and managed to pull out the win. But man, one's got to think: Will Rath make another appearance on the mound? God, they probably hope not.
There's a shot to left center. Diving Kevin Poley. It drops in. It's a base hit. And with one on and nobody out, it'll be Corey McCarthy. I believe this is the third consecutive year he's rocked the Blues Stanley Cup. And a shot to right field. And a base hit. And we got first and second, nobody out, and I'll bring up Ed Lowe.
You know, same as the real game of baseball, wiffle ball is a superstition thing. You know, if something works for you, you continue to do it, right? And I think that St. Louis Blues Stanley Cup championship hat, I think that's what works for Corey McCarthy, because he still continues to
They just
impress.
rake. He's coming to this league, and he's just showing everybody how easy wiffle ball can be. And there's a
Ow!
way up top.
Here's Ed
Wild
Lowe,
pitch from Gus Skibby, and that'll move the runners to second and third.
Ed Lowe's
Still
a new
nobody out.
father of twins this year. Yeah, you can see the bags under his eyes.
He's a true twin there.
Those aren't the only
He
bags
is a
he has.
true twin.
There's a knock to left field, kicked by Scott Poley. I think that's going to go as a base hit, and it's going to score a run, and the score is 3-2. Ed Lowe advances to second. We'll see how they score that one. I'm thinking RBI single with an error. Second and third, nobody out.
Classic
3-2
matchup.
Yanks, and Chris
Classic
Metter back to the plate.
Has Chris Metter ever won an MVP?
I'm sure he has. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm sure he has. You know what? Let me reach into our statistics page.
Just got
12
word.
years ago.
Just got word from our stats and info group. 2010 MVP Chris Metter. Shot to right field. Gone. 3-run shot. Metter, 2 home runs in the first inning. And the Twins jump in front 5-3.
The reason I ask is because there's a clear advantage of being a lefty in this league, but there's also a clear disadvantage with being able to consistently hit home runs. The tree out there,
That's a great point.
high on base percentage, low slugging, not a lot of home runs.
There's a shot to left. That one is a no-doubter from Spencer Bogad. 6-3 Twins. Looking like they might be able to run rule the Yankees here in the first inning. Run limit is 7.
Chris Metter with an absolutely impressive resume. He has 6 championships. He has 6 platinum hands, 6 gold hands, a batting championship in 2017.
There's a shot to left for Corey McCarthy. That one's gone. Twins put up 7-3. That should be it for the first inning.
This Twins team is dangerous.
Everyone scored so far. Everyone scored.
We'll move to the top of the second. Yankees have yet to record an out on the Twins. The Twins started off 0-2 this year. They've won, I believe, 5 in a row now. They're trying to make it 6 in a row. Eli, what's been the difference over the last 5 games for the Twins? Now 6 games.
The Twins have a lot of history to hang their hats on. They know that they're arguably the best team every single year. They're not going to fret starting out 0-2, 1-3. And just got to rely on their great players, as Luke just talked about with Chris Metter.
Yeah, experience goes a long way in this league. I mean, you can see the field. There's a lot of quirkiness to it. You got to know how the ball bounces. You got to know how the wind blows. The Twins have a lot of experience, a lot of championship pedigree, and they've shown that even with a rough start, they can quickly turn things around. Luke, is there something you've noticed that has been the difference here for them in the middle part of the season?
For the Twins?
Yeah.
They have that experience that you're talking about. They start off a little bit slow, but
There's
they
a
always
line shot home run for Gus Gibby. Leads off the second inning just as he led off the first, and it's 7-4.
Twins just have that experience. They know when they start slow, they figure it out, right? They get that stroke, and they continue to build off that, and it's shown here in this 20th season.
Scott Poy at the dish here, nobody out. Top of the second.
Spencer Bogard ditching the straw hat with the feather. Do we think that's going to affect his performance on the mound?
I mean, I think, and it's proving here.
So far.
Back-to-back home runs, straightaway center field. Scott Poy goes yard. It's 7-5. Yeah, I mean, I think it probably rocks his confidence, to not have a large
you lose a little
feather.
bit of that swag element.
He certainly has lost a feather in his cap. And another one to center field off the wall. Sam Bakula's aboard with a base knock.
See how he let the ball get deep there?
Yeah, that's a great point. He
Straight away
showed
center.
some patience.
Those noodle arms aren't going to put that ball over the fence, but he got a base hit.
Luke,
now we have a big-time hitter.
Is it bad for the league if the Twins repeat?
No. I think, Eli, you're a big NBA fan, and I think you see that a lot in the NBA. And at the end of the day, you have dynasty teams, and I think that makes it that much more sweet when somebody else wins, right? So I don't think it's bad for the league. In fact, I think it's good, but it does suck that the Twins are filled with a team of real great guys. So it's a lot harder to hate them.
They've definitely got a target on their back this year. There's a base hit to center field for Kevin Poy. Sam Bakula going first to third, a very risky decision. You never make the first out at third base. He is in safe, and it's runners at the corners.
He might have broken
nobody
his
out,
wrist.
and he is hurting. But
Smile
smiling.
on his face. Yep.
Speaking of the NBA, we got a big Game 7 tonight. Celtics Heat. Eli, I'll start with you. Who you got in that game?
Well, I think betting the line isn't a smart bet if you're on the Heat side. I have Heat money line. There's just not really been a close game in this series, so you need to bet. If you think the Heat are going to win, you need to bet them money line, not just to cover.
What is the line tonight?
I want to say it's 3.5 again.
We got hometown St. Louis native Jason Tatum going for the Boston Celtics.
Could he play for a more unlikable NBA team?
I've never rooted for the Celtics in my life until the last 2 series, just because of him.
Their fans are the worst fans of professional sports. I'm just going to throw that out there.
You got to consider Philadelphia though too. They throw batteries at
They're a different
players.
kind of people. That's a fair point, Sam. I think if you had a beer with both fan bases, you'd have a better time with the Philadelphia fans.
I can go for a Boston Lager though.
But the Boston fans are just worse people.
That was a walk to Gus Gibby. Bases are loaded now for Scott Poy.
A known hitter.
Former,
hitter in this league.
Former Parkway South basketball star. He pops up back to Bogad. Catch is made. Big out. Big first out. And with
Probably should have let that by. That was a back-to-back at-bats where he swung at a poor pitch up and in.
Yankees.
Yankees trailing 7-5 here, top of the second. Sam Bakula at the plate with 1 out, and the bases are loaded.
I think everyone in the ballpark wants this guy to go yard right here.
We are at full capacity today here at the Blur.
78 people.
Thank you for counting that number, Eli.
Eli's like the
couldn't do it
Rain
without
Man.
you.
He can count how many toothpicks are on the floor. This guy is good at math.
Later tonight we have the alumni game. We'll feature some historic members of our society. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a blast. We're doing the skills competition this year, Sam.
I haven't decided yet. I don't even know what it
Is
entails.
that even up to you?
Probably up to the captain on who decides to do what.
I would say it's up to the commissioner of the league, Sam Skibby.
Sam back at the play here, bases loaded. He's ahead in the count.
Santa Monica native. Could call him a surfer bro.
Way
It's
late.
been a-
Not a lot of guys in this league late May have a nice crisp tan like Sam
That's
Bakula.
right.
It's impressive.
a California sun-kissed skin, Sam Bakula.
Some people say he carries it through the dead of winter. On winter nights, he sits in front of the fireplace and watches as his skin glistens.
Yeah, our family is 0.012% Native American, so that's where Sam gets his dark skin complexion from.
That's a shot to left field. Oh!
Off the tree?
An interesting play. The ball came back fair. Chris Metter dropped it. Can't tell if that was unintentional or intentional. Ball drops in play. He touches third base. Force out. Inning is over. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Yankees there, and they go down in order and don't come up with anything. 7-5 was moved to the bottom of the second. That was a huge missed opportunity for the Yankees there, Eli.
Yeah, bases loaded, meted their order. They need to capitalize, and they failed to.
Moved to the bottom of the second. Edlow leading off. He's always been kind of a sneaky hitter in this league. Double-digit home runs pretty consistently. The Yankees really need to put up a low number here on the Twins. There's a foul ball. And next is another ball. Next game, the game following this one is Orioles and Athletics. Huge game for the Athletics in the playoff hunt. Following that game will be the White Sox against us, the Marlins. Another important one.
Oh, my.
You know who he looks like? Steve Buscemi, Spy Kids. Is there a resemblance there? Or am I making
Yeah,
that
you know,
up?
Eli, I wouldn't quite say Steve Buscemi is from Spy Kids. I would say he's from a lot of other great movies.
For my child.
But he is from Spy Kids. He's also from Reservoir Dogs,
Oh, that's one of my favorite
the
movies of all
Grown
time.
Ups movies. He is from The Big Lebowski.
That was a great pitch right there.
That was disgusting.
I would
What did
never
we get on
swing
a,
at that.
miles per hour for that pitch? It looked
Yeah,
pretty
newest feature
fast.
of the league this year has been the radar gun, which we have access to seeing here from the press
We
box.
have benefited off of it, haven't we?
It definitely had its impact here. It'll be interesting to see what the league consensus is after seeing it shake out for a year.
You know, the common thread here. Oh,
Right back to the pitcher there, Metter, knocked down by Skibby, records the out. And the Yankees put the Twins down in order. Very important inning there for the Yankees. And 7-5, Twins lead. We'll move to the top of the third. Twins are leading. Beautiful day out here at the Blur. It's sitting in the mid-80s. Perfect late May afternoon in St. Louis. Wouldn't ask for any better weather. I think we've been spoiled the last few years that we've been in the league. We've had a couple cool mornings, but man, we've had some great weather days.
last year Friday, 48 degrees.
That's right.
But there's way worse things than having a little bit chilly day versus rain delays and all those sorts of issues they've dealt with in the past.
They've done a great job out here adding the tarp. There's a ground ball base hit in the left under the arm of Chris Metter, and Kevin Pulley is aboard to lead off for the Yankees here in the third. That's a really big at bat to start the inning. Try to get something going.
You know, Eli, to your point, you don't really appreciate a weekend like this until you've had a 6 a.m. game because of rain delays the day before.
You know,
You've really gotten lucky.
If this took place over 4th of July, there's almost never rain in St. Louis at that point. And if there was, it would dry up, within the hour.
Historically, yes.
But with, May, it's after, April showers, but there's definitely still rainy season in St. Louis.
Yeah. Luke, have you played a 6 a.m. game before? Is that what you're referring to?
I have. A couple times. It almost seemed like there was about 3 years from, I would say, 2017 to 2020. There was a few years there where it seemed like it rained every single day. And it's only right that season 20, the 20th year of the Skibby Wiffle Ball League, is absolutely beautiful, perfect, no rain delays, knock on wood.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Not a cloud in the sky. A lot of wind. It's been a windy year this year, though. We played a lot of golf rounds and played some wiffle ball this year, and it's been really windy, but you cannot complain when it's dry.
There's a walk to Gus Skibby. They
Angry about the
seem
walk.
to be pitching around him here the last couple times up. That'll bring up Scott Pulley.
Do they intentionally put him on to face Sam Bakula, who's been struggling at the plate?
Sam's come up with a couple big at-bats here today. Certainly proving the haters wrong in the press box. Next to Scott is low ball. That's the first pitch I've called in the game. Another ball inside. Big spot here. Who do you think the Twins go to out of the bullpen if they have to make a move?
Well, you'd like to think they'd go to Will Rath, but last time he was on the mound, he did give up 12 runs.
It's a ground ball to third. Metter. Double play. Unbelievable.
Double play.
That's why he is platinum
typical
hands, 6-time
Twin
winner.
fashion.
Twins get out of trouble and move to the bottom of the third, still leading 7-5. The Yankees have not scored since the first inning.
Now let's call it back real quick. We have said lots of negative things about Will Rath, but we absolutely love the guy. He's one of the greatest guys in the league. If you get hurt, he's the guy to call. We love him. He's a great player. We mean nothing by what we say.
It's all fun and games until the tequila comes out.
You are correct.
Gus Skibby's throwing a lot of innings already. Marlins play the Yankees tomorrow in a rematch of the 2003 World Series.
Is it safe to say the Marlins are the surprise of the season 20 season?
I don't think we can talk about ourselves like that.
Okay, we can move on.
I'll answer your question, Eli. Yes, I do think we are. Absolutely. I think being the young guys of the team of the league, and having a pretty slow first and second year, I think we've definitely opened some eyes.
Way outside.
Caused a lot of concern with other teams in the league. So.
That's a shot to left, Bogad. Another home run. That's his third of the ball game, and it's 8-5 Twins. Solo shot there to lead off the bottom of the third. He is repping a St. Louis Shack hat. That's a popular brunch spot in the area. I believe they're a sponsor of the league peripherally through the Corner Pub and Grill.
I think that's how that works.
Related restaurant. Corey McCarthy backs the plate. He's certainly turned up the heat today at the plate. Struggled early in the season. He's
That was a great pitch right there.
had a few big games. Yeah, Gus Skibby just threw a nasty slurve. Appears Gus Skibby's changed his arm angle significantly here against Corey, trying to fool him.
And it appears to be working. He seems to be a little bit confused up there at the plate.
Yeah, and you're talking about the reigning MVP of the league here at the plate. This is no slouch.
many balls you got?
Oh, that was awesome. Sam was fun too.
Next is way upstairs.
How many balls? How many pitches?
In Corey. Corey pops it up deep
Into the wind.
center. Under it is Kevin Pulley. He makes the catch. One away.
Is Gus Gibby slender, man? Can he tie his shoes standing upright?
Well, he can scratch his kneecap without bending over, so I do think he could. There's not a lot of. There's a very low percentage of body fat on the field right now. Between the Pulley brothers, Gus Gibby, and Ed Lodonna.
Or Steve Buscemi?
Ground ball to third, charging. Scott Pulley makes the play. And the
You
Yanks
sure can't
are
get down the line, though,
Yanks
can
are keeping this thing close despite the lack of offense. It's 8-5 Twins as we move into the top of the fourth inning. Looks like Twins will send Spencer Bogad back to the bump for his fourth inning of work. I can't tell if he's unbuttoning further or if he's trying to keep a sense of dignity out there on the mound.
I think he's
I think he does
unbuttoning
one button an inning, right?
Yeah, by the last inning of the game, he's not going to have any buttons left. It's not a great look.
It's not a great look, but it's not the worst look we've seen.
No, I think he gets away with that 5 years ago, but with the amount of kids that are at this event
This is a
every
family.
year-
This is truly a family event. We have seen guys out there shoeless, not named Joe. We've seen guys out there without a shirt. I don't think we've seen anybody out there without pants yet, but
Unfortunately, no, we haven't.
that could happen.
Could happen.
Sam Bakula will lead us off here in the top of the fourth.
My comments last inning appeared to have rubbed him the wrong way, so we'll see if he.
See how he responds. Fouls off the first pitch way late.
You know who the real MVP of this league, I think, are the neighbors. One's got to think, do they go on vacation during this weekend, or do they put up with it?
Just hoping they don't come back to half their roof gone or broken window
Or somebody passed out in their lawn?
or on their couch. Sam takes not the prettiest of hacks. Strikes out swinging. One away in the top of the fourth, and that'll bring Kevin Pulley to the plate. The Yankees need something to get going offensively. Wind picking up even further. I mean, I think a pop fly potentially carries out of the yard here. And when I say yard, I truly mean yard. We're in the backyard of the Skibby's residence in Baldwin, Missouri. A lot of Nike on Kevin Pulley.
Not a lot of bat throws this year.
Well, you haven't been struggling as much this year,
Well,
so
between you and John not hitting much and you not struggling, the bat throws, John Light, have been drastically reduced.
You know, I think the maturity of the league increases every year, and you do like to see bat throws every now and then. Maybe it'll be a part of our skills competition, because it is a skill throwing that bat.
oh baby, that one hangs up, and Kevin Pulley does not miss it. Big home run, center field, and he cuts the game to 8-6.
Teammate Josh Anthony is saying hello.
Yeah, nice to see Josh here.
Threw an absolute gem this morning against the then undefeated Orioles.
Couldn't have pitched any better. Could have thrown a perfect game, but
Proceeded to return to his home and sleep for an additional 6 hours.
Josh Anthony, an upset stomach in yesterday.
There's a shot to right field. This one is a no-doubter into the trees. Gus Skibby goes yard. That's his third of the game.
Home run out.
And the gap is narrowed. It's 8-7 Twins. And that brings Scott Pulley back to the plate.
Chasing a high.
Chases, and he's in the hole 0-1. Next is low. It's even at 1-1. It's 8 balls for a walk.
Yeah, yep.
Inside, count goes to 2-1.
Trade off. I traded. She said my mom.
Oh, our wonderful
Any light bringing us water? You
team
got to
mom
think.
has brought some
Is she
water.
doing
to the
something
booth.
nice, or is she suggesting that we consume a little bit more water to
I
stay
would say
hydrated?
probably more water, but I also don't know who Annie Light is. A woman of the past.
Annie Light, the wife of Eli Erickson, now Annie Erickson. Apologize. She is the sister of John, Andrew, and Peter Light, who are
Members of the Legends.
3 of the original players, but one founding
right.
father.
That's right. She does not go by Annie Light anymore, as Eli expressed. It is Eli Erickson. I mean, it is Annie Erickson. Apologize.
We just had a ground out
But
from Scott
also
Poley.
correct.
Just had a ground out from Scott Poley to end the top of the 4th. Twins are coming to bat here in the bottom of the 4th, leading 8-7, and it will be the top of the order. Chris Metter to lead things off. Twins coordination on uniforms. Talk me through it, Eli. I don't see a whole lot of sense.
They, clearly don't care about what they're wearing. Actually, the common thread is blues, it appears. More common than others.
It's kind of impressive how they find colors that really don't even belong to the native
Eli,
Twins.
let's not sugarcoat it. The Twins' uniforms are horrendous. They have never worn the same uniform in a single game.
Do you think they hold a
But it
grudge
doesn't matter.
that they had to change from the Phillies to the Twins?
Well, we've been
Chris
corrected. Corey reminds us that yesterday they did wear the same underwear. That was a ground out
Do
by
they
Chris
wear
Metter back to the
underwear?
pitcher, and there's
You will
one
never
away
know.
here in the bottom of the 4th. It's 8-7. Offense has really quieted out after the first inning where there was a lot of fireworks. Gus Skibby seems to have settled in.
Got a couple dads buying us smoking cigars that have just been smelling so good this entire game.
That's right. That is the authentic smell of the SWBL.
Dude, it's a bit outside.
Some of these pitches looking like Rick Ankiel. That was a foul ball off the bat. They're going to call it a hit by pitch, and that's going to send Spencer Bogad to first base. And that'll bring Corey McCarthy up with one out here. Starting to see the sleepy eyes, drunk eyes. Not sure which they are from a couple of the teams surrounding us. At this point, guys have been out here for several hours in the sun, working hard, running around the field.
But having fun.
It's starting to take its toll. Every at bat here is a big one.
Shot to right
McCarthy.
center field.
Doesn't miss
Home run
that
alley.
one. He's impressive about going the opposite way with power. As he does it again and extends the Twins' lead to 10-7.
Sam,
Luke talking
being
about
able
the
to-
ball getting deep.
That's right. Being able to go to both fields is a huge threat to other teams.
And explain
take away
to our
that-
listeners why that is.
Well, I think you take away having two fielders in left field, right? And more of a chance of getting out. If you can go both ways, you can really increase your chances of getting a base hit. And Corey McCarthy, one of the best, shows it right there.
There's a shot in the right center off the fence. Edlow with a single. And he keeps things going. It'll bring Chris Metter back up to the plate. There's one out, despite the Twins believing there are no outs. Pretty impressive what the wind is doing to that dirt on the mound.
Well, dirt tornado.
There's a ground ball to shortstop and fielded cleanly by Kevin Poley. Over to Gus. And the inning is over. The Twins are able to extend their lead to 10-7 on a 2-run shot by Corey McCarthy. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Yankees trailing
This is it right here.
10-7. Yankees have to find some offense. That's something I think they've been searching for a little bit more this year. Than a little more than people expected. As we move into the last inning here, Sam Bakula comes to the plate. Struck out his last time up. Didn't look very comfortable at the plate last time up. Spencer Bogad stays on the mound looking for a complete game. 2-0 on Sam Bakula. Rocking the Skibby Wiffle Ball League hat. You can see the logo there backwards on his head. Another ball upstairs.
It's like
Pitch is outside.
shout out to Ron and Ross Erickson watching this
Hey!
broadcast.
Shout out Ron and Ross Erickson. Thanks for listening in to the broadcast here. Sam Bakula in the midst of that shout out. Silencing the haters with a shot to center field. It's 10-8.
Hate to say, Sam wasn't happy with some of the comments earlier as he was sitting right in front of us. Took out that hate on that ball.
He's going to need at least one more at bat, I think, in this game if the
You know,
Yankees
he's
are going
not.
to get
He
it done.
hasn't been known to have thick skin in the past, but he was able to forget about those comments earlier and put the barrel on the ball and put something out. So, let's see what Kevin can do.
Kevin Pulley, the worst looking Pulley twin.
How can you tell?
Adam's apple.
Kevin Pulley way ahead here in the count. Needs to get on base. Needs to bring up the tying run.
Oh,
Big swing. Just got out in front of it. It's a foul ball. One of the hardest things to do in this game is hit the ball the other way. So keeping the ball fair is part of that challenge down the left field line.
Hanger.
Kevin just missed that one. And he's got 2 strikes on him here. Big spot here to battle. And strikes out. Huge first out for the Twins. And that'll bring Gus Skibby to the plate. Down by 2. I think the Yankees would have strongly preferred to have him up with a chance to tie the game. Ball low, 2-0 on Gus.
I expect them to pitch around Gus as much as possible here.
Which is an interesting strategy. I mean, you bring up the tying run and a former MVP, Scott Pulley. But given the state of the league, given the way the bats have been working for the Yankees, I think it makes sense. Gus with 3 home runs already in the game today. I don't think Scott may have 1.
Oh, what is that? Come on.
Pitch is way upstairs.
Garbage. Throw a real pitch. Let's go, Scott.
Clearly,
Gus-
the objective there was to put him on.
It's a great call. It's a great observation there. Clearly pitching around Gus. Brings Scott Pulley to the plate with a chance to tie the game in the last inning.
Hate to say it, but I am rooting for him
He
here.
does behind him. It's garbage.
Yeah,
I think
Twins.
we're all rooting for a good bottom of the 5th.
Twins
so,
are in our division. I mean, you can't root for a team in your division. But we are unbiased commentators.
That's
We've just
absolutely
been
not
informed
true
that
for
we
me.
are not unbiased. And Scott Pulley looking for a big hit here. Just misses that one.
That one was floating up there. tough pitch to miss.
Dal
He's
Davis
not
in
going to
the
get
house.
that one a gun.
Dallas Davis. Wow.
Davis, now the first tallest guy in the building.
If you have any kids listening in, just be aware.
Have him mute the screen now.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Welcome to the live broadcast. Welcome to the live broadcast.
How are you doing?
All right. Trent
Dal
had to go
Davis.
back. He forgot his shoes.
Well, we
Of course
have
he
Josh
did.
starting.
That's what Trent said.
Dal Davis sporting his Mizzou.
Scott Boy! Drive it to right! Goal! Oh, no, it stays in the yard.
Take the business.
Corey
He
McCarthy
keep that
keeps it in
Gus
the
Skibby
yard.
back to third
Oh,
base.
my.
Trent is sponsoring the event.
That is an
He got
unbelievable
his sign. He got
play.
his sign over there.
Oh, it's back.
Are you the announcer? Are you really?
Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Unbelievable.
to beautiful downtown Manchester.
Oh, man. A little guest appearance there in the booth from Dal Davis.
See, man. Good. Is it good? Like it better in the STL?
So we got a big spot here in the game. Sam Bakula at the plate, down to 2 on, 1 out, and he just defensively swings. He's safe.
That was close. Safe. Check the panel, Samuel.
This is a bang play at first base. The Twins have left the field way prematurely. This is a much closer call than the Twins are giving it credit for.
Jordan Anthony, the sister of our own Josh Anthony, is saying safe. I think they're going to believe her. Twins are making their way.
If they ask our
Over to the
opinion,
booth,
he
they don't
was
agree.
safe. A strategy here in this league is to leave the field as if it was so clearly an out. They walked away.
Controversial.
We'll see how we decide this. It might be rock, paper,
What are we
scissors.
doing here, Sam?
The booth's got him safe.
Who's got him safe? Let him play. Let him play. Let him play. Skibby, what are we doing?
We're not quite sure what's going on right now. Situation was a ground ball to first base.
Sounds like they're
Looked
gonna-
like Sam Bakula beat it out to cut the lead to 1.
Sam Skibby makes the call. It is safe at first base.
Safe at first.
And I have to agree with that.
And so we've got runners on first and third now, 10-9. Wow.
That's Scott out there at third. And this is
And the tension just mounts even further now. We've got a 1-run game, 2 on, and that'll bring Kevin Poy to the plate.
You hate to have those situations. You want everything to be crystal clear and, everyone to ump themselves. But the bottom line is we're super competitive, and sometimes, you just got to figure it out. This morning in a game, John Light and I had to break a tie with rock, paper, scissors. Sometimes you just got to resort to different tactics.
And that's part of the
Both
character of
sides.
the league. You just have to, sometimes you got to work out, you got to make calls.
Do you see an umpire in the future of this league?
I'm going to push that one to Luke. He's been in this league longer than we have. This is a question we had earlier today. I think it's a great
this is
point.
a subject that I love to talk about because I think having an umpire takes a lot of the stress away from the league when it comes to decision making and people arguing about calls. But also, who the hell are you gonna pay money to come ump about 100 games of wiffle ball? You got to find someone special, someone who wants to be here, someone who wants to make a little bit of money. If we can do it, I say we absolutely do it. Now, I'll turn it back over to you, Sam. Where do you think the umpire stands in the field
It's a great
to
question.
get the best vantage point?
It's a great question, and I just want to catch our listeners up. We have Kevin Poy still at the play here. Huge situation in the game, so we're not leaving that. But get back to your question. I mean, the umpire has to be able to see the timing of the. There's a swing and a foul ball. Kevin Poy down to us. The Yankees are down to their final strike here. The ump would have to be able to see the first base bag and the pitcher's mound, given that if the pitcher catches the ball, it's considered as if the first baseman was catching the ball. That's the hardest part about making these calls at first base in this league, because nobody really has a great viewpoint of those two spots in the field. I think somewhere between second and third base, but that's where a lot of people play in the field. Kevin Poy works a walk. We got bases loaded, 1 out for Gus Skibby and a
I
1-run.
think they stood at the left field foul pole, out of the field, out of the way. They have a great view of first base and the pitcher's mound, be able to make some really good calls.
What about down the right field line, closer to first base?
I have to definitely agree with you more on that. You're absolutely right. That would be a much better place to stand.
This is Gus Gibby's first year not being ranked the #1 preseason player.
Ground ball to third. Metter picks it up cleanly and ends the ball game for the Twins. The Yankees don't go down without a fight, but they drop to the Twins. They lost in the World Series last year. They lose in their rematch this year. The Twins have now won 6 in a row after starting 0-2. Thanks for listening into our broadcast here at the SWBL Blur in St. Louis, Missouri. For Eli Erickson and Luke Bacula, I'm Sam Rudnick.
I know, me too.
We'll see you next time. Good night.
Check, 1, 2.
Whoa. Sam? Sam, we got a hot mic? Nope, doesn't feel that hot. Yanks, how'd we do? We got a little...
Commentating this one?
Apparently.
Take it easy on me.
You're not... Oh, pizza! I was like... Burger! Jackson, don't be modest.
I get K's and bombs. True outcome, like base 9.
Let me get this out of your way.
Yeah,
Wow, those
get
are
it out of the way,
I didn't have one
Bacula.
of those.
Hey, you stop that. I've been baking for the last 6 hours.
Burger, we got you the middle seat, bud. What do we got on even on this business?
So how'd you meet this chick?
On the line, as anybody meets anybody.
I was just talking to Brett about this. What apps were you
Hinge.
getting down with? Yeah.
I like to give equal opportunity to anybody. Did you just pull a donut out of that box?
Yeah.
You
You
serious?
get better with age.
Oh my god. Oh, nice cut, nice cut.
I'll get in with you. I need to
Be careful with those shorts out on the mound. Those look like they're about to rip. You get a little bit of hind leg action in there, it's over. Not going to be ashamed about it though, I'll tell you that much. I'm excited to see it. Oh, there it was. Stepped into it. Save some for the game, man. Save some for the game. My goodness.
Where are you working at?
Edward Jones. Just out there being a goofus. Oh, hey,
All right.
Burger.
I might
The mic is
slam
on.
that donut next.
We're here for it.
One more.
I got my.
Are we on? Are we live?
Oh, the mic is on.
Are we in the advising side?
No, I'm in the back office. Yeah, no, he already ate the last. Oh, you gonna have one too? Oh my God.
I think it might be jelly filled.
It is jelly. No, he was just
Fucking
eating
delicious. It's raspberry.
it. Just fucking eat it.
I'll eat it.
What are you kidding me? What are you gonna eat a piece of the part? Just eat it.
It's been baking for
If
the
you're
past
gonna
6
eat
hours.
it, eat it.
I'm in.
Yeah, get it. Pull it out of there. Oh my God.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, put it in the stand.
I mean,
Come on, man. How do we know it's working?
Correlation here is soccer.
Test.
Mute us.
You look at the best players.
This is the real deal.
Not that it's like.
G baby.
10 minutes. That
know.
doesn't really give you the.
But it's you're not wrong.
Peter. What's going on, brother? Not too bad. How are you? Looking good, baby.
Hey, let's go take some hacks.
Yeah, come on.
Side of the
Oh, it's under the lights. It's just a drinking game, baby. It's the accolade that means something.